What's up, gang, and welcome back to another edition of Road Tripping with the Rudes.
Hi, guys, and if this is your first time tuning in, thank you so much. Please be sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and like this video. We have more great content coming your way. If you've been riding with us all along, thank you so much. Please be sure to comment down below. We love interacting with everyone, and be sure to share this video. Tell a friend to tell a friend.
That's right. And this is our real review of What If. And this episode, it was What If Captain Carter was the first Avenger.
Guys, let me tell you. First of all, if this is your first time tuning into a Rude's Real Review, two things. One, full-on spoilers. We'll talk about everything in the episode. And two, we don't discuss with each other while we're watching what our reaction is. With that being said, before this series started, I was prepared to say, hey, Corey, you're running with this solo. Because I wasn't ever drawn to animation. So if it wasn't like a Disney classic animation, I tune out. Which is why I'm wearing my Star Wars shirt. Because after watching this, I'm now thinking,
The disrespect.
Man, how much did I miss by not watching the animated Star Wars? So I think about Ahsoka. I think about like all of those things. Okay? I'm also hopefully giving you 80s vibes with, you know, the curly hair and the neon, because after watching Peggy Carter, guys, I want to dance with somebody. I want to feel the heat with somebody. This was amazing. This was... Let's get into it.
Please, because these corny jokes ain't it.
First of all, I'm here all night. Just so you guys know. And, okay, let's question. What were your expectations before this episode?
Exactly what I got.
So you were excited?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, guys, animation wasn't my thing. So
when I seen the trailer, proper animation. It's the right animation.
You know what? There are so many like chapters as far as Black Panther and so many things within Marvel animation that I've missed out on. So I am definitely tardy to the animation party.
Yeah.
Okay? That's number one.
That's number one.
Number two, I do not mean to compare. But given the time that this dropped, and again, I'm not productivity shaming because it's a pandemic. This is the first time any of us have ever been through it. DC, you had the same time as Marvel. You gave us a mildly enjoyable series in Superman and Lois.
Now, usually their series are on point. I can't front. Their movies are trash, but their series usually are on point.
You gave us a director's cut that really, guys, cut it out.
Yeah, that's a movie.
Right?
Trash.
And then you gave us Suicide Squad. Dose.
Ah!
And guys, I welcomed death after watching it.
Deathstroke, you mean?
Deathstroke, yeah, pretty much. Patrick Star, we need you back at SpongeBob. So, I did not know what to expect, but I look at this and I think, how do they do it?
Yeah, so to me, I just took it as a spinoff of Loki. Because that's what it is. Right now, the multiverse is destroyed. We have a multiversal war coming.
63, right? We've got 63.
Yeah,
so go ahead.
I just took it as a spinoff from Loki.
Guys, I will say
And hold up, before you say that, best first episode out of all the series.
Corey, I absolutely, positively thought the same thing. So I'm glad we were on the same page. I thought out of all of the episodes, what was the best?
Mm-hmm.
And when we talk about opening up the multiverse, and what that would be like, this was spot on.
They keep getting better and better. I feel like since WandaVision, yeah, we've been saying that.
So you start off with the Watcher, which, by the way, a narrator is very important.
For sure.
Killed it.
Yeah.
Absolutely killed it. Right? You have, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch it again. You have the similarities in Captain America from the standpoint of Steve Rogers was attacked for being little. Peggy is attacked in this for being a female.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and mostly everyone came back voice-wise.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with Tommy Lee Jones. Comment down below if there's some Marvel beef. Because the captain didn't even resemble him when everyone else looked like themselves and sounded like themselves. So I went back to watch Captain America, which, by the way, guys, the CGI still holds up. It's still really good.
Yeah.
I went back to see, like, what are the similarities? And it really is good because you start saying, women aren't soldiers. Kind of like his rejection.
Yeah. You shouldn't be in the room.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You have Peggy punching the bag. Punching the bag just like him. We know from the MCU that Steve Rogers and Howard Stark were close.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how
they had a relationship with
They
Peggy.
leaned into that.
Yeah.
They leaned into that.
No, they did it. The execution.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
So
because we already know the story, right? So how
can you do the twist?
Yeah.
Well, so here was the thing. When we talked about this, we always said Steve Rogers was the only one that could be Captain America because he's such a stand-up guy. And he does the right thing. Peggy stepped up and stepped in. Steve Rogers got shot before getting into the machine to get the super serum. Peggy stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
Peggy comes out. Very muscular, but very well done.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You didn't oversell her. You didn't make her a sex kitten.
Right.
You just, guys, you celebrated her being a woman without making it weird.
Yeah.
And sometimes you make it weird, right? You drive it home too much. This was very much so just a good feeling. She looked great.
The fight scenes were crazy.
They
were good. It was all the action scenes. They were all good. They did a great job on that one.
When they were talking about getting the Tesseract and, you see Red Skull, and that's the same scene from the movie where he's getting the Tesseract. So they talk about getting that back. Of course, the captain says, no way, I'm not sending any soldiers over. And then we see at the bar, we see Howard Stark and we see Peggy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
And this scene was a little different because Steve Rogers chose the shield, right? And in the movie, he talks about it and Howard says it's vibranium. That's the only vibranium in the world.
Mm-hmm.
No, he gives her the shield. But I loved watching her with the shield.
Right.
Like watching her use the shield. Did it give you any vibes? Or jog your memory with anything?
Not really. What you got?
It gave me the feels of when Sam was practicing with the shield.
Oh, okay.
Almost like, I know it's vibranium, but it's almost intuitive. Like, you know how like dogs don't like mean people or like dogs, okay, it's almost like the shield knows, hey, this is a stand-up person.
Yeah, it defies the laws of physics.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I was here for that.
And then speaking of, you're saying about in the first Avenger, the Captain America, the real movie, about Howard Stark saying, this is vibranium and all that. That's when, right then and there when he said that put Wakanda in the picture. So I was looking for Wakanda since that first Captain America.
It also put in Thor. Because he talks about Odin with the Tesseract. He talks about Valkyrie. Red Skull does. Talks about Valkyrie. So just the way it's interwoven is nothing short of brilliant. One thing I was curious to see how they do. Steve doesn't like guns. Agent Carter's a shooter.
Mm.
She chooses violence and shots every time.
Mm-hmm.
But she still makes the right choices and does the right thing. So I don't know. I was here with that. What was your thought when they went to go get Bucky?
Oh no, I thought that was cool. I'm trying to see. I don't know how the series are gonna play. Like, are they gonna be just separate stories, like almost like Twilight Zone? You know what I mean? Like, are they just gonna be every time? Is it gonna be a different story, or are these episodes connecting as well? You know what I mean? Because I'm curious to see, and we didn't get to it yet, but how Howard Stark used the Tesseract. Now I'm curious to see what Tony does.
Yeah. Let me tell you something.
But I don't know if they connect, nor are they just standalone episodes.
And at the ending, when they show the planet, I'm like, should we be paying attention? Will each one have a different looking, Earth to kind of symbolize that? I don't know. But I loved watching the other soldiers. They did such a good job with making them look like the live action actors. And I loved that Bucky was still very much so Bucky with like his one-liners.
Just no arm. I mean, no vibranium arm.
Right. Well, and they do a nod to that.
I know.
At one point where he says to Peggy, "Thanks, you almost ripped my arm off." So I always love those subtle things.
Yeah.
I'm so here for Captain Carter and the Hydra Stomper.
Yeah, that's dope.
War Machine who? War Machine where?
So that's the thing, right?
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, people were confused, or a couple people that I talked to were confused. Like, how did he make a Iron Man suit? You know what I mean? But you gotta remember, Tony got the plans from his dad. He had him in that little, paperwork on the table, and when Tony put it together,
Howard Stark made Tony Stark.
Facts.
So, of course, he connected the dots with Iron Man. I loved it.
No, that was fire.
I loved watching them. I loved watching their different fight skills. And I did not feel like I was watching an animation.
No. Because it's the proper animation. I keep trying to tell you that.
No.
Now you understand
you're
what I'm
fine.
talking about.
Like, I really
before
didn't.
When I said it the first time, you was clowning.
No, and I like the nod to the comics where they're like these, comic fight, pow, boom scenes.
Oh, yeah.
And they're playing like the 40s swing music in the background.
That's how it happened in the movie, yeah.
Yes. But it because it was Agent Carter, or Captain Carter, right? Mm-hmm. It just had a different spin on it, which I thought was brilliant. So it wasn't plug and play exactly,
right? It wasn't
but
just
there were
regurgitated.
So many nods to the original.
That's what made it dope.
Yeah, like even when she's at the bar and she's like, "I miss a good whiskey, but the super serum, I can't."
Yeah, it doesn't affect
me, which is what Bucky said in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Guys, if you haven't watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's a must do, and definitely we'll include our reviews of that series there. I just. Man. We then have a scene, the train scene was amazing. And, we lose Steve and the Hydra Stomper, and you see her true emotions for him. But she's such a soldier. Just how she's hardwired. She's such a soldier, I will say this much. I thought it was funny. There was another nod to Falcon and Winter Soldier was, who needs a plan? I have a shield. She said that, and then she goes, "Oh, wait a minute, I need a plan."
Yeah.
I love the fact that they talk about Stark being a playboy. Are one of these episodes centered around Howard Stark?
Not that I've seen, no.
They could be. I need to know about his playboy days. And, comment down below, because I don't know, is Hedy Lamarr somebody that we should know? Is she a spy or something? Because he said, "Oh, she didn't teach me German."
Yeah, was
Sounds
she
like
like a
him and Hetty were
German?
playing Twister.
Yeah, was she like a
Adult
German
Twister.
spy or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Not sure.
Okay, and then there's DC. This is how to make the proper alien. Okay, there is the Hydra like octopus, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love that scene. Did the I don't know what it is. Did the Hydra animal make you think of anything?
Yeah,
Alien?
the one from Guardians of the Galaxy when they first start off, fighting that whatever. It looked just like that to me.
Guys,
I don't know.
Comment down below. Shout out to all our Marvel peeps. Shout out to Joy, Valentina, and Esther. I know Captain America's your guy. Shout out to Duran Lee. We love interacting with you. I'm going to go with Flurkin. It definitely gave me Flurkin energy.
I'm not touching that thing.
You want me to get you an oven mitt?
Oh.
And like when you had the scrolls, like, oh no, get that away from me. That's a Flurkin.
Yeah.
If that's an adult Flurkin, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're Flurkin kidding me if you think I'm going near
So
it.
the next one will be Captain Marvel. It is going
In chronological order.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. I'm curious to see because let me tell you something. If that somehow is a Flurkin and that's how they tie it all in, I don't know. It would be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I really and truly, when she like comes out and we hear and see Fury, and she talks about her dance appointment on Saturday. The only thing that this was missing, because I think this is an opportunity to do it in a tasteful way, because we know that this is Chadwick Boseman's last role in MCU as far as like his vocals.
Mm-hmm.
I would have appreciated a Stan Lee cameo.
Ooh, you still might get it.
But I would have liked to see it in every episode.
Because
we have the vocals.
If you remember the Guardians, he was up there with the Watchers.
Yes, he was with the Watchers.
He's currently he could be a Watcher actually.
And in Captain America, he's in there. So
no, I mean I'm saying as on the scale of the Watchers, he's with the Watchers.
Yes,
he actually, if you want to be technical, he is a Watcher.
Yes,
if he's sitting there with them.
Yeah. So. And guys, if you don't follow us on social media, what you waiting for? Be sure to check out @RoadTripping with the Rudes. But I actually did a blog for WDW Magazine. You can check out their Facebook, their website, about my top 5 post-credit scenes. And the Watcher one was up there. It just didn't make the cut. You can check out the top 5 and interact. But that was my only gripe, and it's not even a gripe. Guys, listen, we're not getting paid by Marvel or anything, and we really do watch this with close eyes. Flawless.
I love it. Super entertaining from the beginning to the end, because you already know the story. So now the entire time you're looking at what are they changing from the original story.
But I love the fact that it's also having you connect with different characters.
Mm-hmm.
I never connected with Peggy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. And I do now. Like seeing her, I do now.
Mm-hmm.
Super solid. Absolute must watch. We'll be back at it, guys.
Yeah.
We are reviewing every single episode because you know what? Dylon. Marvel spits hot fire. Spit hot fire. Okay?
Yeah.
Somebody call the fire department. Get a hose up in here. They're on fire. Anything with you? Anything that they could work on? Anything that you'd like to see?
Man, like I said before with the Loki, it's just wide open. You can tell whatever story you want at this point.
Let me tell you. Gamora in Thanos' gear and the Thanos copter blade.
I didn't want to, I ain't want to talk about it, but yeah, that is going to be my episode.
Guys, do yourself a favor. Hit that pause button during the intro and at the end. There was no post-credit scene for this, but they normally let the beat build. In the series, we haven't seen it till like episode 3 or 4.
Yeah.
But you were seeing things. And I was genuinely excited for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let us know what you think. Let us know if there's something we missed. Let us know if there were some Easter eggs we didn't talk about. Or, if you've watched the other Marvel animated series, what you thought of this, comparing it. Corey and I both agree. Best first episode for the MCU series.
Mm-hmm.
Said what I said.
Yeah.
Said what I said.
No, that was easy. I mean, it wasn't easy. I don't think it was easy. But
now he's getting crazy.
They made it look easy. Let me say that.
You let one thing slide and he's going to do the electric slide. You went crazy.
They made it look easy.
Period. They did. They really did. So shout out to the team. I wish the animation team was working on the Descendants wedding that played on Disney Channel, because that was not how to do animation.
Hilarious.
I digress. All right, guys. We will see you next week with our review for episode 2.
Yeah.
Till the next time, guys.
Keep tripping.
Bye.